back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be showing you everything I bring to craft shows just in time for Amazon Prime, not sponsored by Amazon. So a lot of these things that I bring to markets, most of them are from Amazon, but some of them are from different places, so I'll just let you know. And if they are from different places, I'll have a link to some of them that are on Amazon so they're quicker and easier to get to you. And I think I'm going to start this video off with all of my small things that I bring to markets. And you can cut to this time if you want to see the shelves and the wagon and stuff like that. You can go to this time. So let's start off with some little items. So the first small item I have is this Galaxy tablet. It is the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. And if I remember right, this was between $200 and $300. It's been about 2 years ago since I bought it. But this is great because I can run people's cards on it because it connects to my Shopify. So that all just goes together pretty seamlessly, but it's dead right now. But it's got like a Sweet Star Candle logo and then the Shopify POS. I can just do stuff really quickly. And this connects to another device I'm going to show you that is also Shopify. But this is great to run cards, but you can always use a phone. Phones work too. But that's my first item. And then the thing I was talking about that connects to this tablet is this. This is basically a card reader that Bluetooths to the tablet, or you can connect it like this to, a device. But you can see people can put their cards or tap their cards, and then this comes out and you charge this. This is the Tap and Chip 5880, and then you can just keep it in this base most of the time. But this was actually from Shopify. This was actually pretty expensive. Shopify, if you buy anything Shopify, it's pretty expensive, but it's nice and it works. And it's pretty easy to use and easy to set up at all these different places that I go to. Next up is extra chargers. Now I use a Samsung phone. So I've got a Nintendo charger that we use as a Samsung charger. Another charger, since the tablet's also a Samsung. And then finally, this is the last thing I bring. Goes into my electronic bag. Is a portable charger. Now this I did get off Amazon, and it has a screen up here, and it tells you how much. So it has got 49% on it. And I bought this because it had this 2-prong plug, which a lot of the other ones didn't. So this I plug my wax warmer into, so I can show people when I'm at the shows how my wax melts work, and the glitter in them, and the jelly wax, people can see it melted. And it also has a cord right here that you can plug into phones. So this was a really great purchase. This was a pretty recent purchase, but I've loved it the last 2 shows I've been to, and it's been great. So now let's get on to some more small stuff that is not electronics. So these next couple items are some useful items that aren't necessarily the electronic payment type side. So let's get into it. So my first item, this was what I said would plug into the portable charger, since it's got a 2-prong plug. But if you sell a lot of wax melts, these are perfect. You can put the warmer and stuff. So a lot of shows you either don't have electricity, or you're not allowed to burn candles, which is mainly my specialty. I use this and people can see either the soy wax melts melting in there and like the glitter and stuff in them, or see how the jelly wax melts work. So that's great, especially if you sell wax melts. Next item is a phone tripod. Since bringing a camera to a lot of these places is kind of a hassle, so you can put your phone in here, film stuff, talk to people, or make like a vlog type video. But this is just a little tripod basically. Next up, this also goes with the Shopify stuff. I add the tablet right in here, and it just swivels back and forth. Now if you're handheld like I am, and I just do the sell on this and people just tap their card on the card reader, you don't really necessarily need this since it is a pretty expensive piece of hardware. But if you have a thing where you need people to sign things often, or like a tip thing, you can definitely swivel this around and show a tip thing. So, but yeah, this just depends on kind of what kind of business you're in. The next item I have, I use I think 2 weeks ago. We went to a craft show, and it was an outdoor craft show, and it was like 92 degrees outside, so it was horrible. But this came in really handy, and I just held it in front of me the whole time, and it kept me cool all day. But it has a light on the top. I guess if you're doing a nighttime market, you could definitely have that in your booth. It hangs up with this hanger on the bottom, and it's got a cord in the back. You could probably plug something into it and charge something, or you charge the fan through that. And then this light system down here, it shows you how much charged your fan is. And then this, of course, you can click the intensity of your fan. So if you're in a hot area or you do outdoor markets, this is definitely a good one, and this was from Amazon. My next item, I'm not going to leak anybody, but I get emails from this sometimes. If people want to sign up for emails for like product announcements or sales that I do. So I bring a clipboard, which it says Office Depot on it. I think I ordered this from Amazon. And you can see I've got pages here. They're Christmas pages, but I've got email lists. You add your name, your email, and people can just write that on there. So yeah, but you could definitely do different themes. I did Christmas theme for this one, so just really cute. This is definitely a great idea. Or you can always manually do it on the like tablet thing. And my final item, this is my pink cash box, and it's got a lock and key, so you can lock it up when you're not using it, or if you want to walk away from your booth, nobody can get in it, but they can probably just take the box, so probably don't walk away from your booth. But let's see. So I've got 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and then quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies on the top, and then like extra currency in there. But you just close it up, lock it, and you're good to go. And this was from Amazon. Now let's get into the decorations. So my decorations I leave in a plastic bin, and I'll show you guys how I fit everything into my carts to make it as easy as I can. But let's just go through these decorations now. Your decorations for your craft show may vary with what kind of vibe that you have going on. And these kind of just go with my different candles and wax melts. So my first item is the biggest item. This is my pumpkin patch, pick your own pumpkin thing. So I'll put like wax melts lined up in here, or like a candle in here. But I get asked all the time, can we buy your truck? Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, well, you know, check out some candles while you're at it. But this is from Hobby Lobby, and I think I got it on sale since it was not the fall season. But Hobby Lobby is great if you go off season. If you go when it is the season that you're trying to hunt for, it will be very expensive, as you will see later in this video with the shelves that I have. But yeah, this is from Hobby Lobby, and it's really cute, and people always want to buy it. So if you want to be a pumpkin patch truck seller at a craft show, you probably will sell probably 5 of these. Next up, these are some Christmas themed items. So this just says Merry Christmas on it, and I can fit some wax melts in here. I've got this as well. It's not Christmas without cookies, and I believe this is from Hobby Lobby. And I think this was from Amazon with the gingerbread men I'm about to find. So I believe either this sled or this sign came with this, or this might have been just separate on its own. But it says gingerbread cookies, and it's like a little stand. You could put something on top, and then it came with these. There's another one somewhere. Gingerbread man, a house, and then there was a gingerbread woman. So that was cute, and this was from Amazon. I'm gonna move these out of the way. While I'm at it, my bigger type shelf. This is also from Hobby Lobby. But I'll find dupes for all of these on Amazon for you guys, so it's just a lot more convenient and probably a lot less expensive than Hobby Lobby. But I like to put, you can put like a candle, but I like to line this with wax melts, and it stays really pretty on the shelf. Next up, I've got, I like to put a sakura candle on this, and it's just like a flower petal stand. But all of this stuff looks really pretty on the shelves. It makes people like draw attention to the shelves. So these are from Amazon as well. These are like for photography. But I decorated mine with some different, they're like Christmas decorations. But you can put like candles on top of them, different levels, make people, you know, catch their attention. But yeah, really cute. And this was the one I made for like Christmas, my reindeer cookie one. And it perfectly fits the candles on top. So yeah, and then you could always use them for like photography stuff, which is what they're meant to be used for. Next up, I've got some birch wood little things. These are from a Hobby Lobby as well. But these are great because you can stack them and kind of increase the height of whatever you need. Like for the inside of the pumpkin patch truck, I can add 2 of these and then the candle will be elevated. But I just like them. It goes with my Sakura Shiba smell for the candles. So these are cute. Next up, I also keep these in the box, are my business cards. You always got to bring business cards or some way for people to get your information at craft shows. But these are from Vistaprint. Shout out Vistaprint. They've always been great to work with and buy business cards from. So yeah, keep those in that box as well. Next up, I've got some little cloud decorations. Now these are meant to go on the wall, but with decorations you kind of got to get creative with them, since nobody makes like specific candle shelf decoration things. But I like these. You can stick a candle on them and they look cute from in front of the shelf. But these are from Amazon. Next up, I also keep my receipt book in this. I never had to use it, but it's great to kind of keep on hand, from Amazon. And you can basically say, Sweet Star Candles, you know, you paid $50 and give that to them, and then you would have a copy and they would have a copy. But really, if somebody pays something for cash, I'll just write down whatever the cash amount they gave and what they bought on like a piece of paper. But this is great if you don't bring paper with you and you want to keep track of that. Or if somebody asks specifically for a receipt, because some people do. And this is a notebook I bring, like I was saying. I put a pin in the little side thing right here. But like I said, if somebody makes cash purchases or I want to write down notes down or something that I learned or somebody's social media, whatever, I can put that in this notebook and then review it afterward. Next up, I've got some decorative pumpkins, and this says Walmart on them, so they may have been from Walmart. But you can really find cute pumpkin decorations really anywhere, and I like to put these like around the truck for fall scents. I also keep a business card thing if you just carry this around. I like to carry this around when I was going to different businesses and asking if they wanted to carry my stuff, and I could like write on my business card, you know, my phone number or whatever. But it's just a little card holder that I think was from Vistaprint. Another thing I bring is some coil wristbands. You can keep the key to your cash box on this and just have it on your wrist all the time, or any other keys that you need. So these are great. And then my last thing, this goes with one of the bigger items later, is chalk marker pens. I got these from Hobby Lobby, but they were on Amazon as well. And they're basically chalk, but they work the same as a pen, so they make your boards really pretty. And they've worked great every show that I've done. It gives your boards more of a personal feel, like handwritten and stuff, even though my handwriting is horrible. I try my best. So that is everything that is in the box. Other than one more thing, I bring microfiber towels with me and like a bottle of water. That way if I mess up on the chalkboard sign, I can just erase it with a little bit of water. And they're great as well if you've got a clean one. If somebody has grubby fingers and touch on your candles, you can just wipe it off or whatever. So having towels on hand, paper towels, is great. So I think that was everything in my decoration box. I'm going to put everything back in, and then I'm going to show you guys all of the big fun stuff. So as you can see, I kind of just put everything into the bin, and then I can just pop the lid on top, and that is my decoration bin. So one of my first big items I have is a tablecloth cover. I've got this one, and this one is more of a polyester type feel, and then I also have one that's spandex. And I think I got these from like tabledecorations.com or something like that, but I'll figure it out and I'll have a link down below. But these are really great quality and you can steam them, and I just really like them. And they make the designs look really pretty. This is not what my original like logo looks like, but they kind of simplified it down and made it look really pretty. So I have a link down below to that. Next up is a bag full of different size bags. So I've got some, this is just some paper if somebody buys a candle. And then I've got all of these bags that I hand stamped with the Sweet Star Candle logo on both sides, which took a long time. But yeah, just tons of bags of different sizes, so that way everybody will have a cute bag to carry around and it says my logo on it. And this also gives another rustic type look to the bags and like the sign and stuff, so people know everything is handmade by me and stuff like that. So next item. So the next item I have is just like a small shelf, and I like to put candles and wax melts on this so people can just come up and sniff them and they're already open, which tends to do really well, especially if you put them at like the ends of tables where people walk by. People will come by and pick them up and smell them and stuff like that. So yeah, just a little bitty shelf. Next up is my small sign, and I like to put this on the table with me so it says all the prices really clearly on them. And then it has my sales. I do buy 3 get 1 free, and then a free wax cube with every purchase. If you guys have seen that big wax melt jar that I have, I'll probably also show that in this video. And it says smell us, and then I'll have my big jar right here, and then I'll have like a little, the ones that are in the big jar right here so people can see kind of what they look like. And it's also double-sided, so this side says basically the same thing, so I can remember the prices if I forget. And then my husband drew that, so a little cosmic candy guy. But yeah, this is from Hobby Lobby, but you can find chalkboard signs anywhere, so I'll find some cute ones from Amazon. Next up is my huge sign. So this one I've got the buy 3 get 1 free. This doesn't look very pretty, but I was kind of rushing because I did this one at our last show. And then of course free wax melt cube with every purchase. And this goes to about my waist, so this one is huge. And then follow us on social media, and then all of our social media on there. So I just wanted to show you guys the big jar before we move on to the shelf and the wagon. So this thing is huge, it's really heavy. This jar was from Hobby Lobby, but if you have a big jar sitting around, anything will do. Just a large amount of wax melts. I'll show you guys these two. But these bags are from Amazon, and they've got the stars and the little moons and things on them, which go with the brand Sweet Star Candles. But if you want to do something similar, basically any bag that kind of goes with your brand. But I've got like cosmic candy in here, pumpkin patch cat, but people can stick their hand in there, pick out what they want, and I think it just looks really, really pretty, and people will immediately notice it and are like, oh my gosh. Little kids especially love to come up to it and smell it and things like that. I don't think they really get the concept of like wax melts and things, but I'm like, hey, do you know, you can have one if you want one, but I don't know if you know how to use it and things like that. But I think it just looks really pretty. And I kind of stack mine alternating, as you can see. Cosmic candy, pumpkin patch cat, reindeer cookies, and just kind of put them all on the side. But I'm going to close this back up before I pass it out. This is basically an at-home air freshener. If I want something that smells good, I can put this in a room and open it and it will smell good. So that also helps at craft shows because people will be like, oh my gosh, what's that smell? And it's this huge jar just letting smell out. So now let's get into the fun cart and then the huge shelves. So my next big item is this foldable shelf, and this is what it looks like all folded up. It gets really thin, so it's perfect to put in the car, and I'll show you guys how easy this is to pop open. It's kind of loud and you kind of have to be careful when you do it. But as you can see, the shelf is slowly falling down. Then as I open up this leg, they're just all gonna pop down. All just gonna pop down like that. So here's what it looks like completely open. And it has tons and tons of room on it. But I can add, you know, little soaps up here and wax melts and things and candles. But it will fit like all the decorations and things, especially this big shelf down here. But it just holds a ton of stuff. And I was struggling to find fold out shelves on Amazon that were cute in any way. So these are from Hobby Lobby. These were about $100 a piece. So it gets pricier the cuter you want them. But these are super cute. And I will try my best, I promise, to find some cute ones on Amazon. I don't know how well I'll do, so it might be a link to the Hobby Lobby website. But that's my big shelf, and I bring 2 of these with me. So here is my cart. I bring 2 of these with me, and I'll show you guys how I use the other one. So this one will have that. I normally put my cash box on the bottom. I'll add in my decorative case of like the plastic bin. Put that right there, and then I may slide in some of my tablecloths right here in between that and the side. And then on this side is the bag box that I showed you. But I want to show you guys one empty so you can see how much room this has. And this is from DOD. I know that means something, but I forget. But it comes with this little bag. And you can definitely decrease the size of this. So I'll show you guys. So it comes with this little thing right here. You take that out and then you can see that little hand thing. I can pick this up, and as you can see, it kind of starts to shrink. I'm having trouble doing it with the camera, but it will completely shrink down. So with this bag, I can just slide it over top of it and then add in the little thing that was on the bottom that was straight, put it right here into this pocket, and it closes down to like a really compact area, and it will still roll. So these are great. Then to open it, you would just open it, push that back down, add back in your little thing that goes on the bottom, and then it's good to go. And they hold up great, especially if you fill this thing up and just want to leave it till your next market. I've never had any issues leaving stuff in them, especially for long periods of time. But they do really good. They can fit under a 6-foot table, or they could fold up really nicely. So I love my carts. But I've got my box, and this is normally not messy like this, but we were trying to hurry out of the last market. But I keep all of my wax melts in there, and I'll normally put some bubble wrap in between the layers of wax melts. So I've got a box, and then I have all of my candle boxes stacked up. So if you buy these Libby jars, they perfectly fit, even with the lids on them, perfect size. So I just reuse the boxes and hold all my candles in there. So yeah. And another bonus thing you can have is this, you kind of can put whatever paper you want inside of it. So this is from Christmas of last year. So I put like all about our products, they sparkle as they melt, made in East Tennessee, 70-hour burn time. Each candle is made one at a time. But this slides off of this. And then you can add in whatever paper you want to, close it up, and then slide it back in. But a pro tip, if you go on like Facebook Marketplace and things, you can definitely find a lot of cute signage like this that people like, they'll use it at their wedding and then they'll never use it again, so you'll get a really great deal. But this was from Amazon. So the last 2 things I bring to craft shows is 2 fold-out chairs, one for me and one for my husband. A lot of places you can buy them there, but I'd rather just bring them in the car with all the other things that I bring. And also snacks and water. Definitely bring that if you're going to a craft show or anything else you would need for a long day. But thank you everyone for watching. I will have links to all of these things down below and dupes on Amazon if I can find them. I thought this video would be perfect for Amazon Prime coming up in case you're waiting to order things until then for the summer and fall craft show season. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll have a link to my candles and wax melts if you want to check them out at the top of the description. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.